Yo, 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 what is up, fam? It's me, Renee, aka Bassdropprincess. This is the very first episode of my new podcast, Best Kandi Ever with Bassdropprincess. If you guys are watching from YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, would really appreciate it if you guys left me a rating and review on iTunes. That would help Best Kandi Ever out so much. Also, if you're not following me yet, I am on social media at Bassdropprincess on Instagram, at Bassdropprincess, Twitter with 1S. New episodes will be out every other week, so I'll be notifying you guys via Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. So if you haven't followed or subscribed yet, please do so, and I will definitely let you guys know when new episodes are coming out and exactly what days and times, things like that. I just wanted to do something that involves the rave scene, but it's just more about having a good time. About me, for those that don't really know me, my name's Renee. I'm a festival goer of a very long time, and I'm just, like others, so passionate about the rave scene and going to music festivals in general and just enjoying the amazing experience and the utopia that festivals create. It's just something that the real world doesn't normally provide in terms of all this love, peace, kindness. And I just wanted to make this podcast something fun where other ravers can come and share their experiences, just spread love and kindness. And one of the things that I really love about the rave scene is Kandi, hence the name, Best Kandi Ever. I created this so that some of the fun things that we could do is talk about some of the best candies ever that we've received at festivals, because I'm sure that lots of you guys have really special candies that hold memories and are just a representation of a special bond that you formed with either a stranger or a friend that you already knew. I think it just symbolizes this amazing friendship. It's just like a symbol of kindness. We have that whole handshake, the peace, love, unity, respect. We all love it when someone wants to start doing that afterwards, after you exchange the candy. It just cements this bond, even if it was with somebody that you met for like 3 seconds at some random set. I think that this is something that all of us can really enjoy and partake in. I know that there's so many different things that the rave community is doing, like virtual raves and Zoom parties, and I just think that is so awesome that we can connect through those ways, and I just really want to connect with you guys as well. I think that podcasting is just a great way to really share those types of experiences. I'm a big fan of podcasts myself. A lot of the time I'll watch podcasts, have it play in the background, or just watch one when I get home to decompress. I think that it's just great because you can really talk about different things and go into depth with certain topics and concepts that other social medias can't really portray. Like Instagram, it's usually a photo, or they have the video options too, but it's never really as long as you'd like it to be. Or at least for me, I feel like I can talk about certain things for so long, and sometimes I can't get that message conveyed through a story or an Instagram live. Anyways, podcasting is one of my favorite medias, and I thought it would be really cool to create some type of raver podcast where other ravers can, share and just spread lots of love. I know lots of podcasts are really serious, and they talk about some issues that are going on in the world, and I love that. I love that they're spreading information and trying to make people aware and all those things. But with my podcast, I want it to be a place where you can lose all that seriousness, kind of have some fun. I think especially in times like these, a lot of us can be down and sad, and talking about really serious things can just kind of ruin the mood. And I just want something where you can tune in and just kind of have fun and reminisce about what life was like before this pandemic thing shutting down, all of these protests. And not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, changes need to be made, but I think sometimes we all need a little pick-me-up. For those that watch certain podcasts or listen, I'm sure that you have a podcast where you tune in to tune out of the world, have a couple of laughs, and just really enjoy yourself and forget about things. And that's what I want my podcast to kind of be about. So this is really going to be more about fun. I even want to do this thing where all of you guys can send me a picture of your candy. We can all just have this place where we show our candy collection and just talk about the cool memories. Everyone's experience is just so different, and I love making candy. I mean, recently I haven't been making any, but usually before a festival, I like to meet up with a couple of my good friends and just have a candy party and just go ham and create all these different themes. And I spend a lot of money sometimes on candy because I really want it to be special. So I'll go hunting like online or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, whatever, for certain candies that are unique. And I really treasure making beautiful candies. And when I meet someone that I really connected with at a festival or show, I usually look at my arm for like a really special candy that I made, and just really want to give that to them because I put so much effort and I just really love talking to them, and I just want to give them something. I'm a very giving person, and I feel so bad sometimes when I don't have a candy to exchange with someone that gave me a candy. I'm always like, wait, I don't have anything for you, like keep that candy. You don't have to give me one. And usually the case is they give me the candy anyways because they're like, I don't care, like this is a gift. And I'm the same way too. I tell whoever I'm pluring with, if they don't have a candy, they're always like, I don't have anything to give you. And I'm like, it's okay. Just because it's, something special that you want to give to somebody. Anyways, I just really, really love candy, and it always sucks when you have a whole bunch of candy, but they were all given to you and you don't really want to give any of them away because you know that person who gave you that candy just worked so hard and it was so special. But sometimes, that's the beauty of candy. Sometimes I'll just give a special candy that I just received anyways to another raver that I met because sometimes you just have to let go of these things that you love so much and cherish, and sometimes it becomes even more special, and that candy adds even more value. Even though it's not yours, there's like this sentimental meaning behind that candy, especially when you give it to somebody else. You let go, you stop being selfish, and you just hand it over that gift. I know a lot of people, they think that candy is kind of corny and it's this old raver thing to do because, it goes way, way back. But I absolutely love it and creating it, and it just has so much to do with the raving culture. It's definitely a way to spread love, and when your fingertips touch, it's like this special aura just blows out from both of you, and all this love just explodes. I think it's just so special, and it's just such a great way to spread love, and it just connects all of us so much. Like I said earlier, I don't want this to be super serious. If you know me personally, I am really corny and I joke around, and I like to watch a lot of stand-up, and podcasts that I watch are by comics. I absolutely love Tiger Belly with comedian Bobby Lee, King of the Sting with Theo Vaughn. Check them out for like a good laugh. I think you'll kind of get and understand my humor. I just want to give like a little disclaimer. If I say something offensive, it's usually a joke. Sometimes, if you don't know somebody, the jokes may not translate the right way, or it may be taken out of context. I do make a lot of weird, corny jokes, and sometimes they're not really PC. I don't mean to offend anybody if I say something that's kind of strange or bitchy, or I don't know, just something that you may take offense to. I don't mean it, and it's usually in a joking way. Besides having this little segment, Best Kandi Ever, where we all turn in our really fun candy submissions and the stories behind it, I want to have this little segment, kind of like a roast, called Worst Kandi Ever, where we talk about these candies that we received that aren't necessarily our most favorite. And I want to call it Worst Kandi Ever just because maybe it was that worst candy ever that you received that particular day. We're all family here, and what my family likes to do a lot of times is make fun of me and make fun of each other. And it's not that we mean those things. It's just all coming from a place of love, and that's how we show love. I want this podcast to be different, and we all got to joke around sometimes. So again, if I say anything offensive, and if you guys don't like the whole Worst Kandi Ever segment, Well, it's too bad. I'm probably going to do it because that's just me and I like to joke around and we want to laugh, have fun. So you guys can send in some of the worst candies ever that you receive. But anyways, let's get to it. I want to share some of the best candies ever that I received. And I'm actually wearing one of them right now. This candy here, let me show you guys. It actually says August 1st. And it has this really, really cute little butterfly on it. And normally for my birthday, since it's the first week of August, I usually celebrate by going to Hard Summer. One of the very first Hard Summers that I went to was in 2015. It was at the Fairplex. I believe it was actually in Pomona. This was back when rave bras were super popular. I made a rave bra. I glued these little candles on it with these little yellow pom-poms on top to kind of resemble like a flame. So it kind of looked like a birthday cake. And I had this crown on, and it even had the little birthday candles up there. And it said birthday girl. And I was just such an attention whore. It was just so fun because it was my birthday and I was just celebrating and so many people greeted me. I just really, really loved that and appreciated celebrating with so many cool people. So anyways, this girl saw me and she greeted me happy birthday and was like, oh my god, like it was my birthday too. My birthday was on August 1st. And I was like, what? No way. Like my birthday was August 2nd. Leo was like super cool. I don't know. It's always cool, I guess, when you find someone whose birthday is either on the same day or kind of near your birthday. Back then, I don't know why, 2015 Hard Summer, supposedly candy wasn't allowed. I guess they didn't want it to come off as a rave. So for some reason, they didn't allow candy. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I wore candy anyways. Rhonda, that was the girl's name, she actually had candy on too. She gave me this candy. Thought it was so special, and just getting to connect and then later on finding each other on Instagram and still being friends till this day just shows you how much raving and candy brings people together. Again, this was in 2015, so that was 5 years ago. And if you're anything like me, I keep a lot of the special candies that I have and still remember the certain stories behind it and how it made me feel. So I really, really appreciate this candy. So if you're listening, Rhonda, thank you so much. I still have this candy that you made me. This candy I found, I'll show you guys. This one, I didn't find it. Someone gave it to me. I just found it in my collection. I want to clarify. But this candy says, I feel funny. And it has this super cool like eye, and it blinks and stuff. And it has eyelashes. And then there's this really, really cool rock here that's connected. And it just gives me the most coolest Wookiee yoga, like feel good vibes. And I just love this one so much. This one, I am pretty sure I got it from Electric Forest last year. I don't really remember who gave it to me. I just remember getting it from Forest. And Forest, if you've been there, this is like the whole vibe of Electric Forest, really. It's like these like cool, awesome, really nice, like yoga-esque. It is a rave, like in a sense, kind of a rave, because there's definitely lots of EDM there and people do dress like they're going to a rave, but there's also lots of pashminas and wooks and also just really hippie like styles and people there. And a lot of it is about your consciousness. They do put some intention into recycling. They have, recycling bins there. Also making sure that we're all okay and we're looking out for each other, but also that we're treating nature right. It's very, I want to say it's very like Shambhala, but also kind of like a little bit of like that Burning Man feel, that unity, and maybe like lightning in a bottle type of feel to it, where everyone just cares about each other. It's all family. Not that, regular raves don't have that, just really trying to connect with yourself and other people and taking care of the world. The vibes there are just very different, very, I want to say it's almost spiritual in a sense. And I think that this kind of represents that, this eye, and it's very trippy, but also just very loving, and it's all about art. And this is definitely, trippy and about art. And I know these little crystals or rock things, a lot of it, is to help you, is for energy, for creating that energy that you're seeking or want to avoid. And in a sense, that kind of is what electric force is like. And that's kind of what this candy represents to me. And that's why I absolutely love this one so much. Besides having the unique eye charm and the eye pendant, it's just so electric forest. And it's one of my most favorite festivals. And I just love it. I cannot just give that away. Maybe if I was at a festival and I met someone really awesome, I would. But I want to keep it because it's just so, so cool. This last candy that I'm going to talk about, it's actually this one right here. It's this super cute, that Mario star perler, and it's this really, really, really cool cuff. And the story behind this was me and my good friend Timmy. It was our first escape Wonderland in 2017. We got to escape really late. We got there at like 9 p.m. because we had to meet a friend in LA, and driving from LA to San Bernardino, it took freaking 3 hours. I remember just driving there, and I was kind of upset because we were in traffic for so long. It felt like it was never going to end. And usually, LA and San Bernardino, they're not that far from each other, but because the traffic is just so, so bad. And with it being a weekend and a festival weekend, the traffic was just horrible. So anyways, we got there really late. And then when we finally got in, it was just this amazing, beautiful venue with so many places to explore. That was my first time being there at that venue. And it was just so, so cool. And it was really late. And anyways, I remember we were at that main stage at Escape. It wasn't the Choppers block back then. It had some other name. But anyways, it was the main stage where all the big top 40 DJs play at. And anyways, we were in the back of the tent, and outside the tent, they had like the big screen TV where you can watch whoever was performing. And it was just so cool. We were just dancing and having fun. And I remember this guy who was wearing this cuff like this. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, like this is so cool. I love it. I love that cuff. Did you make it? It's so dope. Cause, I love Super Mario, and it was just so fun, and it's so cute. And he was like, yeah, I made it. And I was like, oh, awesome. And, I don't know, whenever I go to raves or festivals, I'm pretty social. I always ask if they're having fun or who they're excited to see and whatever. Cause I like making new friends. And he was like, yeah, I'm having a good time, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, well, take care. Like, nice meeting you. And then he was like, wait. And he took off this cuff and he gave it to me. And I was like, what? Like, no, you don't have to give it to me. I just wanted to tell you that I really like it and it's cool. You're so talented. He was like, here, it's a gift. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like anxiously looking at my arm, and I gave him some candy that wasn't nearly as good as this. It was one that I had made, and I actually don't know how to make cuffs. And I gave him a candy, and I was like, thank you so much. Like, you didn't have to. And he was like, well, this is why I made it, to give away. And that just took all of the bad vibes that I had from, being stuck in traffic for so long for 3 hours. And it again, just kind of reiterated what the rave community was about, and just gave me those feel good vibes, and gave me like hope in humanity, because people are so willing to give whatever special thing they made, even though it took them, I don't know, these things I feel like take a while to create. And he just gave it willy-nilly to some girl that he doesn't know that was like, I love your candy. And it just really is something so special. And this was, I got this 3 years ago, and I just still love it so, so much. And that's the thing about raves and candies, that you just meet whoever and you have this want to give them something really, really cool and special. And, sometimes you don't have to give them candy. Sometimes I find that people will give you other things. Like one time at EDC, I remember me and my friend Brittany and Chloe were sitting down at Cosmic Meadow, and there were some people sitting across from us, and I saw this guy with grapes, and I was like, hey, where'd you get those grapes? And he was like, oh, I got it from the fruit booth over there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. How much were they? And he didn't, instead of telling me the price, he was like, here. And he gave me like 2 hands full, like a bowl like this of the grapes, because the grapes was like this big in this plastic container. And I was like, no, you don't have to give me all the grapes, just like 3 or 4. And he was like, no, it's okay. And he gave me half of what he had. And to me, that was just so awesome. He didn't know me. I just literally asked him where he got the grapes, but he was just so willing to share and give to others. Not that I was in need, but it's so cool when you meet people like that, generous and kind. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't always need to be candy when somebody wants to show you kindness at a rave. It could be like that, like food or a hug, or a lot of the times it's compliments from random people, like, hey, I love your outfit, or you're so beautiful, or you're so funny, you're a good dancer, or whatever. And sometimes not even a compliment, sometimes just asking if you're okay, like genuinely asking if you're okay. It just goes to show that little human kindness just goes a long way, and it can totally change how you're feeling at a festival. All right, so on this segment of Worst Kandi Ever, I'm going to tell you the story of this funny candy that I received. I made a lot of really, really cool candies, and I bought all these really cool little charms. One of them was like these little crystal rhinestone things. Other ones I've had were like of mermaids and mermaid tails, and it was just super cool. And I used these really special translucent or transparent candies that were clear, and they change color when you shift them. I just remember giving it to this person and was like, I just made a really, really special one. Here you go. I hope you like it. It said something like perfect, something like that. So anyways, I get done exchanging, and she or he, I can't really remember. I just remember the candy hands me this candy. And for those that are just listening, this is just an all green candy. It doesn't even say anything. So literally every single bead is green. And I think what happened was this person was at some candy party, super, super fucked up, and all the creative juices just ran out. Or they ran out of letters, and they were just like, fuck it, and just created a candy with the most little effort, just one solid color, no words, no pattern, no special design or anything, and was like, cool, I'm gonna give this to someone. And to me, it's just super funny, and I actually really love it. It's not the worst candy ever, but I'm featuring this on the segment just for shits and giggles. I actually thought about just cutting this candy up and deconstructing it and just using it for future candies, because it is literally just an all green candy. I was just like, wow, this was just so effortless. Maybe this person just really liked the color green, or is really, really simplistic and doesn't like words, or can't spell. I don't know. Sorry, it's just so funny. It's just an all green candy. Normally somebody gives you a candy and they're like looking at their arm and they're like, I'm going to give you this. It says pretty or babe or rave or whatever. And I got it. I just remember receiving this all green candy and looking at it and going, thank you so much. And we hugged, and it was great. And till this day, I still have this candy. So obviously this is, in some sense, this is meaningful to me. And I joke around about this being the worst candy ever. This is actually one of my favorites. Thank you, person who gave me that all green candy. If you guys have some cool story to tell, DM me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Let me know. Maybe if you're cool with it, we'll share the story. Have you on the podcast, just all share our cool, awesome experiences and kind of just be nostalgic and remember why we love raving so much and how much love and peace is just spread throughout all of us. And, these are some of the best candies ever that I've received. And if you like dubstep and just want to listen to some really cool, funky stuff, my intro was actually by Skudda. That song is called Vibe Check. They are on SoundCloud, Skudda Music, and they just are so dope. And for those that don't know, it's a dubstep duo, and my boyfriend Justin, he's one of the guys in the duo, and he's just so amazing. They're both amazing, both phenomenal producers. But yeah, if you want to check them out and support them on Instagram, they're at Skudda Music, SoundCloud at Skudda Music. So once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this very first episode. You can find this on YouTube, and I'll link it down below where else you can find it. I just had so much fun creating and making this for you guys, and just really appreciate everything, and see you guys next time, and hope you guys enjoy.